Ooh. What's that? Sad.
2 hours later.
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Maybe you could fake it, but you're never gonna make it. Are you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Are you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back? Fight back.
Hey guys, what's up? So, let me tell you something. I needed a fucking break from all the ranting from this video, but thanks to my good friend Thomas Lawrence, aka TL Productions, I finally fucking got one. So for those of you who aren't aware, Thomas Lawrence does a fan-made Thomas series called Thomas Reborn, and it's one that I've actually starred in as various characters like Bertram, James, Big City Engine, and a few others. Last week, he released a video on his channel called Mystery of the Lost Engine, which is basically a little project that he's been working on for a little while. And it's kind of his version of Thomas and the Magic Railroad. Now, in order to give a completely neutral, unbiased opinion on this whole thing, I need to set my friendship with Thomas to one side. That way, anything that I say will not have any sort of lingering bias. Basically, I have to go into this with the mindset of someone who doesn't know who Thomas is, who doesn't know what Thomas Reborn is, and has only seen this video because it was recommended to them. Now, I don't like Thomas and the Magic Railroad that much, but I respect people that do. And it's with that I say this. If you don't want to hear me bashing Thomas and Magic Railroad or giving any criticisms of the movie, please, please, please click off the video now, because I will be criticising both this and TATMR, which is what this is based off. So if you don't want to hear it, click off the video now. And if you proceed from this point, don't say I didn't warn you. With all that said and done, let's continue with the video. Now, I'm going to be using a similar format to Red Raptor Right, where I've got the positives in one section and I've got the negatives in another. And at the risk of foreshadowing, there is not that many negatives, but they're there, but there aren't that many. So, with all that said, let's dive right in. This movie has so many positives that it's hard to pick out only a few, but the main ones are the consistent location and plot. The one thing that I hate about Thomas and the Magic Railroad is that it kept shifting focuses, shifting plots and everything, and it just shifted from Shinetime Station to Thomas and back again, and it felt very fucking inconsistent. With this, it's set solely in the British Isles, and it's set on both the mainland and Sodor. Now this makes the story feel much, much more consistent and tidy. And I've got all the love for Britt Allcroft, but this is really what she should have done, you know, not try to appease both sides of the fandom. What I also love about Mystery of the Lost Engine is that not only do we get the same characters from TATMR, well, for the most part, but we also have different characterizations and different motives for the characters as well. For example, Lily, she actually has a reason for going to Sodor, and she's not just whisked away by Junior because of some magic gold dust bullshit plot convenience which expected it.
Plot convenience is how you explain these things away!
Anyways, this version of Lily actually has a solid reason for going to Sodor, and it's because her friend Ben actually qualified as a driver on the Northwestern Railway. Now, I love the fact that we're actually given a realistic reason for why she's going to Sodor, and not simply because she's been whisked along by Junior with some magic gold dust joyride shit. And I also love that this version of Lily actually has no connection to Burnett Stone whatsoever. Speaking of Burnett Stone, I love how Thomas kind of struck a balance with him. Make him a distinct character from his TATMR counterpart, while also keeping some of the same elements from before, such as his wife dying, he's stricken with grief and everything, but that not only is he not related to Lily whatsoever, but he also used to work on the Northwestern Railway. And honestly, I love how these new characterizations are done. Another two characters that get some form of character development and an actual reason for helping Diesel 10 is Splodge.
Actually, it's a splatter.
and Dodge.
I don't have time to say both names.
Oh, well.
What I love about Splodge in this movie is that they're given more depth, they're given more sort of character development, and in a way, at the end, you kind of feel sorry for them. In Thomas and the Magic Railroad, they were little more than mindless goons that just did whatever Diesel 10 told them to, no matter what. Well, save for the end.
No, you do it yourself.
We don't like you.
Yeah, we mean that.
Emphatically.
Yeah, what does that mean?
I have no idea.
It's a good word.
In Mystery of the Lost Engine, Splodge are actually blackmailed into helping Diesel 10 completely against their will. And, you know, you do feel sorry for them at the end because they do want to do the right thing, but at the same time, they're in a situation where, you know, they've been threatened with their lives if they didn't do what Diesel 10 told them to. And you tend to feel very, very sorry for them because they mean well, they're good engines, but, you know, they couldn't escape it until the Fat Controller came back. Speaking of the Fat Controller, that's the one thing I don't like about Mystery of the Lost Engine, but I'll get into that when I cover the negatives. But yeah, Splodge are given much more character development, more depth, and a much more sort of tragic storyline. Now let's talk about Mystery of the Lost Engine's cast. I will start with the live actors. First off, Luke Dean is spectacular as Mr. Conductor. Like, I love his performance in this. He's got a sort of quirkiness to him, sort of maybe slight awkwardness, maybe due to the fact that Thomas Lawrence actually canonised the fact that Mr. Conductor is actually a Time Lord and had a full-on regeneration scene from him to Luke Dean. And while I wish the clothes would have remained the same, you know, I've got to remember 13's clothes actually changed when she regenerated into 14, so honestly it's not something I can criticise too much. And also, Alex Biscoe, who plays Lily, actually does a solid performance. Honestly, I can't fault it. Now, let's go on to the voice cast, because there are some heavy hitters in there. We have Thomas Lawrence, who plays Thomas, go figure, and he plays one part of Splodge. We have Aaron Williams as Gordon, and then we get Little Alva, aka Jack, as James, and he gives the most out-of-pocket, most camp line in the movie ever.
Keep calm! Diesel 10 is going to destroy us! We need help! Who will be our white knight on a fiery steed? It's going to take a Superman to sweep me off my feet!
Honestly, when I first saw this, I was rolling on the floor laughing because it was so random, out of pocket, and came from absolutely nowhere. And this is why he is perfect as James. Because when I initially voiced James, I voiced him with a sort of cocky arrogance. You know, he makes himself seem that he's better than everyone else. So basically, a very sort of cocky teenager.
Did you seriously get them to sing a song about you?
Oh, shut up, Old Iron. Just because it's not about you. Stop arguing. You're making me tired. You agree about something at least.
What's that?
London's not Euston. Now shut up. Whereas with Jack, he actually voices the character with an emulation of Michael Angelus's performance, but also he adds his own flair onto it. And honestly, this is definitely one of those cases where he adds his own flair onto it, because being honest, it just came from absolutely nowhere. Like, it was so random, unexpected, but that's why I love it. And another thing, the line deliveries, they are fantastic. Like, I can't fault them. You know, they are much, much better than Thomas and the Magic Railroad. And honestly, absolute cinema. The final positive that I'm going to give this movie is that the quality has definitely increased. And honestly, if he kept to this standard throughout his whole thing, then, like, his whole series and everything, I think Thomas Lawrence would probably have a very, very, very good series. Like, obviously, yes, stories are good. Yes, it's realism and everything. But if you don't have good line delivery, you don't have proper pacing, you don't have a proper structure, then it's going to end up being a bit dog shit, even with very good writing. For all the positives this film has, and for all the praise that I give it, there are inevitably some negatives. And luckily, though, the vast majority of them are just nitpicks. But there are a couple of solid criticisms. The first one being the pacing. It's been a very consistent problem throughout the whole of Thomas Reborn, even when I was doing it. The pacing has been absolutely shit. And some scenes drag out longer than they should.
I hate dawdling like this. I get hot and uncomfortable.
Sorry, old boy. Can't go any faster.
I think it's a place. But why is there secrets?
Well, all the same.
I will give Thomas credit, though. The pacing in this is much, much better than it normally is. And honestly, if he kept to this standard in his normal Reborn series, then honestly, it would be a lot better. Because, as I said previously, if you have bad pacing and some scenes drag on longer than they should, it looks like complete and utter horse shit. The second criticism I have with this movie is the Fat Controller. Oh my fucking god. He is a complete and utter dick. He is such an arsehole in this movie. Like, not only does he disregard Roger's concerns about Diesel 10, but when Diesel 10 is found out to be the villain, did he just simply remove Diesel 10's claw and have him sent away without his claw? Oh no! He scrapped him! He full on melted his ass until it was nothing! And to be honest, that's a little bit too far. Yes, Diesel 10 was a murderous psychopath. Yes, Diesel 10 tried to kill all the Steamies. But at the same time, the Fat Controller went just a tad bit too far. For my liking, anyway. But yeah, I don't know. It's just, that's the way I view it, anyway. Admittedly, this last criticism is quite nitpicky, but I would have preferred it if they just stuck to British and European actors only. But being honest with you, the fact that it's set solely in the British Isles and Sodor actually is a good compromise for me. So, honestly, that's something I can look over. So, now that I've covered everything, what are my overall thoughts with this movie? Well, this is miles better than Thomas and the Magic Railroad. In both cuts, actually. I've seen the fan-edited version of the director's cut, and even with all the included shit in it, it is still complete horse shit overall. And this is what Thomas and the Magic Railroad should have been. It should not have been trying to balance between Shining Time and Thomas. Like, this is what it should have been, because it's far more consistent, far better written, and the acting is far superior compared to Thomas and the Magic Railroad. And I'm not even saying this as a friend of Thomas's. I'm saying this as a casual viewer. Like, I understand that there are fans of Thomas and the Magic Railroad, and if you do like Thomas and the Magic Railroad, then good for you, fair enough. But at the same time, I did like it as a kid, but as an adult, I fucking hate it, because it's just one massive mess. And if Britt Allcroft went in this direction, then I think Thomas and the Magic Railroad would have smashed it at the box office. So, like, obviously we can't go and change the past, we can't do anything like that, but we can learn lessons from both Thomas and Magic Railroad and this. Anyways, I'm going to go and finish off some projects that I'm working on, but yeah, like, share and subscribe, and as always, I will catch you on the flip side.